What's up, YouTube? Flash Speaks, another video, man. I can't seem to have a morning where I wake up and can't expect to see this man right here, my man Mark Holmes. Let's see what he's talking about, man.
I'm looking at the skyline up here, and it seems like the black clouds have completely parted from in front of me. The sun is coming up. The air is nice and crisp. Where Jimmy Johnson is now going to be part of the family again. That finally the Hatfields and the McCoys have made up.
It's a good thing, man, that the Dallas Cowboys went ahead and made Jimmy Johnson, put him in the Ring of Honor. It's the least they could do. They really interrupted that man from becoming possibly the greatest coach of all time. I really believe had Jimmy Johnson not been, had he had as many years in Dallas as Bill Belichick had with the Patriots, I believe Jimmy Johnson would be talked about the way Bill Belichick is talked about.
At least for the moment. And Jimmy Johnson will be in the Ring of Honor. That was huge in itself. The Dallas Cowboys, 7-3, keeping pressure on the Eagles. And the Eagles, of course, playing tonight in Kansas City, where it's going to be bad weather. It's going to be raining in Kansas City, though, allegedly.
Look at this guy, man. This is the type of stuff he counting on. Instead of worrying about whether or not the Cowboys going to handle business, he hoping and praying the Eagles go up there and just lose to the Chiefs. Pathetic.
Look at the weather forecast. But yesterday, that's what they were looking at, is bad weather. And this is where the Cowboys are in the rearview mirror of the Eagles right now. Oh, and then my quarterback right now. I don't know what the Dak haters out there are doing right now. They got to be going crazy right now because Dak Prescott, the numbers, people will say, oh, well, he didn't throw for 400 yards or anything like that. Yeah, okay. That's cool. But he was efficient.
Dak Prescott is doing what someone who's in his position is expected to do. He's the franchise quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's beating teams he's supposed to beat. You're supposed to beat the Panthers. You're supposed to beat who they beat last week. I know before it was the Rams. They lost to us, of course. The Giants, right? I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. It's hate on, he didn't throw for 400 yards. I don't expect Dak to throw for 400 yards. You know what I mean? Throw enough yards to win the game.
2 TDs, no interceptions, 188 yards. He's got 19 TDs, passes on the season, and 2 rushing ones. 21 TDs.
Whoa, man. Whoa, far out, dude.
He's on pace for about 33, 34 TDs for the year. And when you think about how the season started off slow and how the Cowboys are getting a stride, the Cowboys, again, have not given up a 100-yard rusher or a 100-yard receiver all season long.
Deception. The Dallas Cowboys have given up 100 yards on the ground. His thing is, well, it wasn't one particular rusher who got 100 on him. Or one particular receiver who got 100 on them. No, the teams have gotten over 100 yards on the ground. The Arizona Cardinals definitely did. All right, they got almost 200 yards in the first half. All right, that's deception. Come on, man, do better than that.
Defense playing. Micah Parsons, 2.5 sacks. That the Cowboys seemingly
against the Panthers. Come on, bro. Stop it.
Are getting themselves together. The team is 7-3. I know people say, well, you only beat and loser teams. Well, in the end,
good record, sir.
And you can beat loser teams and get into the playoffs. Once you get into the playoffs, it's what you do from that standpoint. I know the haters are going to say, well, y'all suck in the playoffs. Well, right now, I have to look at the Cowboys and say they're...
Nobody said you're sucking the playoffs. What people say is you can't get past the second round. Hey, you're great in the first round. What you did to the Tampa Bay last year was awesome. It's when you face teams that are equally talented or more talented that you don't seem to win. That's what people say. You got to quote people right, man, if you want to be taken seriously, instead of just being seen as a YouTube fanboy.
Trending up. That's what you want to be doing at the end of the season. You don't want to be trending down. So I feel great about that. So now, you've got...
Well, we're not at the end of the season yet. We're in the middle.
The Eagles in Kansas City tonight. This game is huge. This game is huge because for the Eagles, You can't afford to have a hiccup for the with the Cowboys.
Why? Because you're assuming that the Dallas is just going to win every game they play. I think you need to focus on making sure they win every game they play. Yesterday was not a great performance by the Cowboys, especially on the road. Had they faced just somewhat of a better team, they could have really lost that game. CeeDee Lamb was held about 38 some odd yards. Pollard, and then Pollard played a lot better, because you're playing against a team that wasn't good against the run. Dak really couldn't go off. The Cardinals had a better offense. That could have been a different game. But I'm not a coulda, woulda, shoulda guy. But when you're analyzing your team, you got to be real. Stop assuming that Dallas is going to win every game, and that because the Eagles' opponents are seemingly harder, they might seem harder to you. But to the Eagles look at the Kansas City and say, we're better than them. They look at Buffalo, we're better than them. The Eagles really feel like they're better than these teams, and that's the difference. You look at the Dallas Cowboys, look at teams and think, okay, they might be better than us. Eagles don't do that. Now, I will say the Chiefs, the team we're facing tonight, probably is the only team the Eagles look at that way. Possibly.
Boys, literally on your tail. Look at this. Look at the horizon. There it is. Look at that. The sun rising on a new day for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, I think the sun is rising actually for everyone on the planet. I don't know that it's just for Dallas Cowboys, but I understand, the mentality of a fanboy and a person that is just has tunnel vision when it comes to his team. He thinks everything, and he interprets every situation that happens in the earth, every piece of natural phenomena is being a sign for the Dallas Cowboys.
How about them boys? See, look at that. Sun rising on a new day. Look at the sun is just washing all over my face, saying good morning. Oh, washing all over your face. Pause. But for the Eagles, with the Cowboys winning yesterday, 7-3, having played a game that they played well, at least Dak Prescott, the numbers, they were close. Had it not been for some calls, the Eagles lose that game. But I guess you could say, had it not been for a fumble, they win the Super Bowl.
Had it not been for some calls, you lose what game? You talking about the game to the Cowboys? Had it not been for some calls? And this is the thing that really bothers me about fans like him, is that he can't be genuine. You can't be genuine, man. That really makes me sad, and this is what causes the problems between the fan bases. All right. In the Eagles-Dallas game, the Eagles actually had 11 penalties. Dallas had 10 penalties, but for some reason the Cowboys fans believe that their penalties were more impactful than ours. In the game, there was a holding call on the Kobe Dean against the tight end that put them in the red zone. Prior to this, the Cowboys aren't a good team in the red zone for the most part of the season against any respectable defense. Okay, there was a penalty there. The end of the game, I don't have to go through all of this. There were two major penalties. There was one on Bradbury. Okay, well, it doesn't even matter if penalties are real or not. The issue is whether or not the officials are calling them. That put them at midfield. And then there was a roughing the passer on Reddick, which I think was ridiculous. Right? He just basically was a tap. And that puts you in the red zone. So whatever. You're there in the red zone. Your quarterback doesn't get in, but you want to blame officials, man. I can't respect that. I really can't. You had the chance and you didn't get it done. Why can't you just say that?
So, in the end, you are what your record says you are. Bill Parcells. But for the Eagles, if they lose this game, then the Cowboys are one game behind. It's nice that we can kick back, relax.
Yeah, if we lose the game, talk this once it happens, bro. Stop assuming just because it's the Chiefs that there's this great chance we'll lose. All right, I understand if your team had to play the Chiefs, you'd be shaking in your boots. But, man, the Eagles, they stand on business.
Put on the headgear. Get ready for a trip through the atmosphere, okay? All right. And be able to watch this game tonight. Watch Philly 500. We'll be live streaming from the Red Brick House. Can't wait. In fact, I might watch it downstairs tonight. I might watch it downstairs on the big TV because we got the 65, not the 42, the 65 downstairs. We're gonna watch it downstairs and live stream the game and see what we're gonna see. This game is huge. This game is huge. I don't know if the Buffalo Bills
They're all huge, bro. They're all huge.
seem to be Jekyll and Hyde. If they can beat the Eagles, because it seems like they're up, then they're down. They got San Francisco. San Francisco seems to be back up. Brock Purdy is playing well. And so the Eagles, knowing that the Cowboys, we got the Commanders with the left hand.
Oh my God! You just think the Eagles sit there and look at the schedule. Oh my God, we got the Chiefs. Oh my God, we got the Bills. We better hope Josh Allen isn't playing well. Oh my God, we got the 49ers. We better hope they're not playing well. No, we don't do that, bro. Eagles go out there, focus on what they got to do. Now, the one concern I do have is whether or not Dallas Goedert to be back at any point. Stuff like that, sure. I need to worry about us fixing the secondary. Sure, I'm more concerned about that than I am the opponent. Because if the Eagles handle what they have to handle, fix what it is they have to fix, they're not worried about these teams like you are, bro.
And up, which almost beat the Eagles twice. That literally stunk yesterday on the field and when they left the stadium because they had no hot water. That we have them on Thanksgiving.
Another disingenuous take. The Washington Commanders just have like a problem with the Giants. The Giants are able to beat the Washington Commanders. Last time y'all played the Washington Commanders with all of your starters, y'all lost. Y'all lost. All right, so what happened with them and the Giants has no bearing on what happens with them. And you need to stop thinking like that, bro.
That we should have a good chance to win that game. And again, it means we're playing. Puts pressure. If we win, that puts more pressure on the Eagles than come Sunday. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the Eagles do out of the bye week. Andy Reid is fantastic out of the bye week. Out of like 24 games, I think he's only lost 3. The Eagles have had some injury problems, although they did get some good news about Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert did not go on injured reserve. He's had the surgery, and there's hope that he's going to be back for the Cowboys game. We'll see. Maybe that is just, hope, kind of like the Cowboys had with Dak Prescott having his surgery on his thumb last year. Yeah, you remember, they didn't put him on injured reserve because Jerry was saying, Dak Prescott, he heals up real quick, and he could be back before that window opens up. Yeah, okay, well, he wasn't. But it kept teams having to, oops, Joe Boogie fell over there, bro. Kept teams there. This is the craziest thing in the world right here. They made a figure 8 circle.
We're going to talk about football again, bro. I'm tripping.
Old man, because I am an old man, an angry old man about stupid shit. Okay? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. But be that as it may, this game's huge. It's huge. And I, for one, cannot wait. Today is...
So I got it. So basically, the Eagles, you guys got some hard teams coming up. We got some easy teams coming up. Therefore, you need to be worried about, because if y'all lose any games and we keep winning games, then we can overtake y'all for the division. Same old typical Cowboy fan stuff, Mark Holmes stuff. These are the things that they look for. These are the things they hope for, because they don't put it on their team to handle business. And this is the difference between our fan bases. Most of us, any Eagles fans I know, don't sit around hoping Dallas lose this and Dallas lose that. Now, when they lose, it's funny. It's funny. But what I mean is, the primary way we expect to be successful is for us to go out there and handle the business on our own. Like, had we lost to Dallas the other week, we lost to them, I wouldn't be sitting here hoping Dallas lose. No, I would be still angry at my team for not getting it done. Not talking about all the officials helped the other team, even though they had more damn penalties than us, or talking about, they didn't call stuff on Micah Parsons as if Dallas Cowboys defenders are the only people that get held. Like, there's holding calls on every damn play. There's holding calls on every play. You want to go through the game and only look for where Dallas is held, as if Eagles players aren't held. And you know these things, but you're still going to be disingenuous because you're just that much of a fanboy. Can't respect that stuff, man. But anyway, man, that's all he talking about. That's all I got to say about what he talking about. Chiefs tonight. Peace.